Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 and Calmsden Farm. Right, so it's now September and it is the big silage job. One I've been talking about for ages. We're going to try and get a hell of a lot of bales from all the grass fields that we've got. And we're going to try and wrap them, leave them in the field to ferment, and then come December, January time we're going to sell them all. Hopefully some good cash. So all the fields are ready. Now I did do the mowing and the baling in one of the other fields because it was ahead of time, which is the sheep field, the sheep pasture. Just because I ain't got any sheep in it, so that's all done. Just got to wrap it. We need to lease out the wrapper. So what I've done is I've set the class up on a course play and it's just doing the mowing in this field just to give us a bit of a head start. So like I said, all the fields around here are ready to go. This one here, maximised. This is 100% fertilised. We just have a quick look at these. You can see that this field and this field and field 4 are all done to fully fertilised, but field 3 we didn't do in the end. Field 31, which is this one, which is the sheep one, that's all sorted out. Like I said, I've got quite a lot of grass bales sitting in the field. And we've gone for the medium-sized grass bales now. So they're bigger than what we did normally. Well, 3,500 normally. I think these are like 5,000. Top of my head, I can't remember. 5,500. So it isn't too bad. And as you can see, we've got quite a few in this field that we need to wrap. And the grass is obviously grown back again as well. Not fully, but it's... We could probably mow that again, but we're not going to do that. We've already got enough grass to work at, so we definitely don't need to do any more. So one job I want to do before we get cracking on is I'm going to sell New Holland or the Ford. So the 83 Ford I'm going to swap in for a smaller tractor, but something that I really do like, and I think it'll do all the jobs that this New Holland / Ford is doing currently on the farm. This is usually like the Ted or anything small. We've been doing some solid fert with it. Yeah, so we don't really need as much power as it's got. I think it's got about 120 horsepower. So this one I'm looking at is about 90. So I'm going to sell this and the front weight because we don't need that. And we're going to get another one. And then that's going to be, we're going to use that to bring back the wrapper that we're going to lease out now. But we're also going to use it to wrap and to windrow. Because then we'll have the John Deere on the baler. And then we'll obviously use the case with the mowers. That's the plan. So let's get this done. Let's get this sold. And jump into the shop. We're going to sell this 61,000, which isn't too bad. Probably make a bit of money doing this. And then we need weights, and we're going to go with this one. Job done. So let's grab this tractor. Now, in fact, you never know. It might be on offer. Probably won't be. It's not on offer. But you got to check, because if it was on offer and then I bought it, oh, that'd just be silly. So at least I checked. So this is the one, the 6810 Ford. And I have to say, this is one really well made mod. The detail inside the cab and on the outside is just spot on. And I do really like this. I really do like this tractor. So let's grab this. We don't need beacons. We could put a bit of a front weight on. Yeah, why not? We could even put a beacon on, really. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. There we go. So that's that done. And there she is. We've made a bit of money as well. And we have got a bit of money to pay off at the loan, so that might help. We can put a bit of it towards the loan when the time comes. So let's get ourselves a wrapper. We're going to lease this out. And we need, unfortunately, the way that Courseplay works, we're going to have to lease this one out because I want to use the feature within Courseplay to do the wrapping, so I can do a bit of a montage. Now, the only one that I found that works well is this one. So this is like 54,000, sorry. So we're gonna have to lease this out. Now I'm trying to think, should we do something crazy on the wrap for these? Because we are going to sell them. Why not? Let's just go with a green or a light blue. Yeah, let's go with that light blue. I like that. So we're gonna lease this out. It's gonna cost us 2,700, and hopefully it'll be done within the hour, but I doubt it. But we can, we can still afford another hour's worth of work on it. So this is the Ford. I really do like this. I was using it while I was testing out the update to this map, and I instantly just thought, this is one hell of a tractor, and I want it now on my series. So that's that. I'm sure that they should plug in, but they're not. But as long as it still works, which it is doing, that's all that matters. So let's just take this back, put the beacon on, There she is, and then we'll get it parked up. I'll hook up to the windrow because I'm going to need to windrow that field that the case is mowing in right now, and then we'll move that over to another field. But we are getting to that time of year where we're getting close now. We really are getting close to finishing off all the jobs from this year. There's going to be a few obviously still to do coming the tail end of the year. We might be able to get some of the field preps for the next harvest. So we're going to need to do some cultivating, probably we'll sort out the weeds because I'm going to turn them back on. But yeah, we can do some field work definitely after we've done all this. So we have got quite a lot of things coming up that we're going to need to sell. We've got straw, silage, hopefully that's going to bring us some good money, but the main thing is going to be selling all that grain that we've got. We've got a hell of a lot of barley and quite a lot of canola. Nowhere near the amount we've got of barley, but we've still got a lot to sell. My only worry is, I've mentioned this previously, is the size trailer I've got. It works really well with the auto drive that I've got set up, but it's a lot of trips. So part of me thinks it might be a good idea to obviously upgrade on the trailer size, but we still need to try and get a certain size that's not going to struggle around these tight lanes on Calmsden. So we're going to need to look at that. So it looks like that job is finished now on the mowing, so we can get this hooked up to the windrow, and we can also set up a course play for that. And then we can maybe do a bit of mowing. Why not? Well, let's do some mowing ourselves. And then after that we can tee up for the montage. So let's drop this off. And we'll just get hooked up to this. Oh, bit of a delay on that. There we go. That's working better. So this is pretty... Yeah, I think this is probably maxed out now. This windrow is probably the maximum you can pull and work on with the size tractor we've got. But do you know what? It's not too bad. It really isn't. So let's set this course up. We can get cracking with this. So we're going to need this one. In fact, I might have one for this already. Field 3, 8.4 row. That's the one we need. Activate. Jump back in. And first waypoint. That's what we need to do. So let's just align it down here, change that to first waypoint, and off you go. I need to turn off that debugging. Remind me to do that. So let's go and do a bit of mowing ourselves. It's missed a few bits there, but that doesn't matter. It's not too much, is it? I mean, we could always mow it right now, quickly. I mean, with the amount of grass we're going to end up, it's not going to make that much of a difference, but the small things like that, they just bug you. You have to mow them. Little bits that they miss. There we go. That's that done. So let's go and start. We'll do the small field and then we'll set course play up on the rest of it. We'll let this guy do some windrowing. And we're going to set the baler on the exact same course. We shouldn't need to change any settings in the baler as well because it is pretty much set up to do the medium-sized bales. So we'll do this field because it isn't big at all. What's that? We'll start with the headland and we'll work our way around. And we'll have a quick chat about the DLC that's just popped for Farming Simulator 22. What's everyone's opinion on it? I mean, I know it's got a lot of equipment for grapevines and small scale farming that you need to get in between the rows of the grapevines and olive vines. Is everyone enjoying it? I mean, personally, I haven't used it. I've had it downloaded for a few days, but I've not actually used it. I've not done too much of the farming on that side. And I think there's so many good mods for small tractors and small equipment that even using it on, you know, a small farm, I don't know if it would be my first go-to choice. I can understand why some people really like it. Depends on what you're doing. I mean, there's some maps that'll work perfectly on. I'm waiting for the Atelier Pro version, let's call it still, to drop out. And when that does, I'm going to be doing a series on that because I really did enjoy that map. It's another brilliantly made map by a talented map designer. So that is a certainty. I'll be jumping back onto that. And I think then it'll be really good to try out doing, you know, a big kind of vineyard style playthrough, making our own wine and stuff. And I think then I'll probably try out the DLC a lot more than what I possibly could be doing on my current series. But again, I also like the British style of farming, and this map is brilliant as well. So there's too many choices. There's some really good mods coming out and maps. But Italia, I think Italia was one of my favourite maps from FS19. There was a lot of them were by OxygenDavid, obviously, because I just loved the setting of all these maps. You can really relate to it if you see British farms on a regular basis, or even if you just live close to one, you can definitely relate to the maps. So I am interested to see his next project, which I think is actually going to suit small equipment as well. So there'll be some small farms, small British style farms. I mean, this is got small, it's like a small village with the tight roads, but the farm itself and the fields are quite big. So yeah, I class it as like a medium-sized farm on Calmsden because of the field sizes, and you're going to need bigger equipment because of that. But yeah, I'm interested to see Italia, definitely am. It's going to have its own vineyard setup. I think the way the map's going to work is it should have a vineyard already on a farm if you decide to start off there. I don't know how it's going to work, if it's still the old farm that was originally the farm you started with, which is where the pigs were and the cows. I did like that farm. That was just so unique the way that was set up. But I'm sure we'll find out soon, and hopefully Maize Plus as well will drop soon as well, and that will improve the game even more. But yeah, there is some seriously good mods coming out. Right, so the last little bit, nearly there. I have been thinking as well about what to spend the money on that we're going to get. So I did mention some of the equipment that we need. It's not too much. We obviously need to pay off the loan as well, which will be the priority. That's the first thing I'll do. But then I'm thinking animals has got to be the next step. We've got cows, but we're still waiting on them to start milking. But definitely that field there is going to be filled with sheep. We're going to get a hell of a lot of sheep, and we're going to buy them at the right time, so we don't have to sit around waiting for wool. Hopefully we'll start producing wool within the first year of purchasing the sheep, and we'll have quite a lot of them. And we have got a load of hay, so we shouldn't have to worry about that at all. But that is going to be the main priority as well, to get that set up. Right, so that's that field done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to clip that then, is we're going to go and set up this field. So this is grass field 1 or 35. I think I called it grass field 2, sorry, yeah, grass field 2. And get this out. I'm sure I've got this set up. There we go, mouse has come back. No, I haven't got the mower. I haven't got the mower for that. That is strange. So that's easily done. So let's generate the course for that. Create job. We'll start it down there. That should be fine. And plonk that there. 32.8 feet is the equivalent to 10 meters. 20%. 2 headlands. I mean, it doesn't really need that at all, to be honest. We could do one, but it might make the turning a little bit easier, so we'll do that. Generate field workcourse, and Bob's your uncle. So there we go. And first waypoint, that's what we need to do. Start her off from the first waypoint. I really do need to change that. I'll sort that out before the next episode. I just need to go into the shift 4 menu for debugging, but I will do that. So let's have a quick look to see how far he's got through the field. You can see that he's done quite a few rows, and it looks like he's starting on the up and downs, which is a good idea, because it means when he does come to do the headland, if we set the baler going, it shouldn't impact him. So we can actually set now the John Deere going. So let's do that. Right, so all we need to do is use the course that the windrow is currently on. Whoa, a bit of lag then. So let's jump in here and go to woodlands and that one, load course, activate, job done. And we just need to make sure that the baler is on 150, which it is. And then we also need to remove that. We don't need to see all waypoints. Start and stop only. Happy days. Ooh, let's try and get out of his way just in case it causes an issue. And if we probably just move it back a little bit just so it doesn't have any issue. You can see that the wrap that I was on about in the last episode, 74%. So that one field used about a quarter of a wrap, basically. We've still got meters of it. 2,083 meters of net wrap in the baler. So we might need to fill it up near the end. Maybe. We'll see how we get on with that. So, first waypoint, off you go. And that's that. So let's just make sure it's doing it properly before. So it has got a grass bale. I think it was like probably about 80% full. I didn't look, but I know from when I was baling it was close. So at least it's working. It's dropped to bale. You can see the net wrap on it. Job done. So everyone's working. We've got the mower in the field, we've got the windrow in the field, we've got the baler in the field, and there's plenty to do. Now this is obviously going to take some time, and I'm going to try and do a montage of all fields, even if it's just little snippets from each field. At the end I'll cut back in after I've done some wrapping, but I won't have done all the fields because we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 fields to wrap. There's going to be quite a bit. I'm not going to remove the bales from the fields as well, like I said. I'm just going to leave them in, let them ferment in the fields, and then when it comes to the time to sell them, we're going to pick them up on an autoload trailer because there's going to be that many of them. And I think that's probably the best bet. So enjoy the montage, and I'll cut back in when we're nearly done. Right, so welcome back. It's now probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half after I started doing the bales, and we've got a serious amount. We really have. I didn't expect to get this many, but I think in this session alone I've done 108 bales. And then obviously I think it was 19 bales in that field over there, in the sheep field. So yeah, 127 bales. 127 bales from these 5 fields. 5,500 litres in each one. So we're going to hopefully pick up, I don't know, we're going to pick up maybe 150,000. That's a guess at the top of my head. It's probably going to be a little bit more actually, depending on the price. Let's just have a quick look at the price, because I think I might be... Actually, it should be even more than that. I was calculating that it was £300 a bale. So it is currently £300, but if we sell it around January time, we could be hitting 350, 340, which is going to be something crazy for a 1,000 litres of silage. Really is. So overall, really happy with that. 127 bales in total and 108 just in this session. So yeah, we've got bales scattered everywhere. We really have. I'm going to leave them in the field. Obviously it's a big job. I may as well just pick them up once as we take them. There's no point in picking them up and storing them somewhere and then obviously picking them up again when we go and sell them. We may as well just keep them in the field, and then come January time, everything will be fermented. We don't need to do work on the grass fields. We can leave them, because they're all going to reset over winter anyway, and then we'll start probably putting some slurry, maybe some manure, depending if we've got a good muck spreader to use. So I did fill the baler up once with wrap, and I think we've got 20% left, so definitely going to last us out, that wrap is. There's just one more field left to do, so he's just over in field 4, and yeah, finishing off them bales, just wrapping them, and then it'll be all done. The whole field, all the grass field sorted out. We've done all the harvesting, so there's pretty much all this year's harvesting, mowing is all done. So probably in the next episode I'll be moving over to winter time, and we'll be doing a lot of selling. We need to sell all that grain, we need to sell all the straw that's sitting in the field just behind the yard on the arable farm, and then finally we're going to be selling the silage. The good thing about it, it's all staggered out, so I think we're going to be doing a bit in December, November time, and then we're obviously going to be doing a bit in January. So yep, expect to be making some good money in the next few episodes, but obviously it's going to be a big job, and I'm going to need the help of a water drive, and I'm going to try and find myself a bigger capacity trailer that's going to fit on these roads, because that's going to make things a lot easier when we come to sell the grain. But on that note, I am going to leave the video there. It has been a busy one, it really has. Hopefully you've enjoyed that montage, and hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, because that really does help my channel out. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.